Okay, so here I am using the Arduino. I have been at this for days, literally. Arduino has its own IDE that you can use. You gotta download it for free, but there's no code on there right now yet. I've been also using the website X5 Evolution. I've created a completely functional website that transfers the file to a server via FTP, file transfer protocol. Anyway, more than that, I've just been at it. My multimeter, don't buy this multimeter, it's junk, it broke. It's not reading voltage anymore. It's really important in the middle of a project to be able to use your multimeter. Anyway, I've got this trap here, and it's got a sensor which uses RF frequency. And I'm gonna take the receiver and I'm gonna utilize the Arduino. I'm gonna code the Arduino to basically be a power supply for the receiver. And then once it senses the power that would normally go, I'm going to code it to where once it senses the source power that would normally go to the speaker, that it then realizes it needs to send a signal to an LED strip and the speaker, which will be located somewhere else on the Arduino. Anyway, I've been at it for forever. I got a Raspberry Pi. Pardon me, I'm sick. A Raspberry Pi, and I'm not even gonna mess with it for this project. I'm just getting started, trying to figure it out. But yeah, I mean that's kind of what I've been doing for the last several days. Website will be up and running, so I'll post this video to the website, and it will kind of give you the opportunity to see. It's obviously from my instructor. It'll give you the opportunity to see everything come together, I guess. So I'm going to bed now. Hey, okay, Mike Nims, Instructor Nims, Mr. Nims, Professor Nims. My project is complete. I've got the Arduino, a speaker, a receiver in this box. It's got LED lights around it. And man, it's a lot of work. But so in this box is a sensor, and so this is a trap. Animals will come into the trap. They'll, by the very nature of hitting that back thing, I'm going to set this tonight. The trap will set. Doesn't do anything until the animal gets underneath here. Shoot. So when the animal gets underneath this here, the sensor senses movement, and voila. So Mr. Nims, here's my project. I put it in a cedar box, so it was just kind of more contained. You've got a receiver and processor and some jumper cables in here, and an LED strip and a microphone, a speaker, I mean, sorry. And so when this trap is set, underneath here is a sensor. There's got to be an animal that moves underneath that sensor. You can see that whenever it detects movement, and it takes a second or two, but it detects movement, and then it shuts off, and it says, "Hey, there's something was going on over here." Working off of RF energy again. So when an animal gets trapped in there, they're going to be constantly moving around, and that sucker's going to alarm. It's programmed through an Arduino. It's a lot of work. Recording. There's a lot of work. Hope you give me a decent grade. I didn't get the Android app completed, but there just wasn't enough time. There's a fully functional website. I got t-shirts made, and I got that website is interactive. So what I have for the final project is I have a receiver with Arduino processor, a speaker, some jumpers, inside a box with LEDs and a speaker to what it does is notify you when an animal has been trapped securely, placed on a cedar box I created. And I broke out all the tools for this one. I mean all of them. Multimeter crapped out on me. I had my earphones, everything inside this box. I mean, I welded. I soldered. I used a framing nailer. You know, I used software. I used mini screwdrivers, big screwdrivers, drills. You name it. I used it. So anyway, I'm gonna upload this to the website. I'm gonna push the website to you and say, hey, this is what I've done. I hope I get a good grade. This has been a great class. I've learned more from this one class than most all my college classes combined. So, and I don't say that lightly. I just, there's just a lot to take in. There's a lot to learn. And I like the way you taught the class. I like the way you kind of allowed us to kind of do our thing and kind of learn on our own and still kind of guide us. It was not as structured as most classes, but it was more like open, which is kind of cool.